Hey guys, it's Alana, and today I am doing a video on how I organize myself for college, or university, whatever you want to call it. I have quite a few different ways that I try and keep myself organized and not panicky. One is through my bullet journal. I have multiple ways I organize my stuff in my bullet journal. I'm trying a new method this year, but I will show you that in a little bit. And then another way I organize myself is through my computer. So I have Notion, and then I also organize my folders and my Google Drive so that it is easy to put things away and not have to deal with them and know how to find them when I need them. And then I also use a big whiteboard that is currently in my dorm room. I don't have it right now. I am debating whether I will just explain how I use it or if I'm going to, when I get back to college, do a little thing on it, but we'll see when we get to that part of the video. I think those are all the main ways I organize myself. I'm now going to try and explain what I do because Anyway, so I hope this is helpful to someone, or at least gives you an idea of how to organize your own school life better, where you can actually keep up with all of your assignments, because I know that can be a struggle. The first way I organize my schoolwork with my bullet journal is I create a school part of my bullet journal. So what I did this year is on the left side I have my schedule, and it's going to be my ideal schedule. So I'm also going to include things like when I'm going to do my laundry and when I'm going to actually do schoolwork versus do YouTube or so on. So I'm going to put that in the left side of my bullet journal, and I think I'm going to wait to fill that out until after school starts. I have an idea of what I'm going to do on my computer, but I'm going to wait until school starts and I get in the hang of it and what's the best day to do laundry and so on. Then I will fill out the rest of this, and it'll probably be color-coded and everything because I'm slightly insane like that. And then on the right side of that is my classes in little sections where I'll put information like the professor name, the TA if there is a TA, emails, whatever else I need, like the days and times in written form versus just in a schedule. And then when I flip the page, I have January, February, March, and April on mini calendars of them, and then I have a lot of room to write assignments. So what I'm going to do is write down all of the assignments for each month I have, and then as I go through I will check them off and things like that. And then as you can see, my school year ends in May, but it's very early May, so I've decided to, if you flip this again, you will see a page that says other assignments. So I'll just put all of the other assignments I have in May and anything that I wasn't able to write down in the calendar form. That way I don't forget anything, and this can also be used for anything else that ends up coming up in the middle of the semester that I hadn't had before. And then also another thing that I'm going to be doing is in my monthly setup, I'm going to write down every assignment that I have throughout the monthly layout. That way I can also see it every time I look at my bullet journal for the day, and it'll be in my face multiple ways. So that's the other way I'm going to organize myself using my bullet journal. Now, on the way I'm going to organize myself through Notion is I created this little Notion dashboard for just college stuff. It's inspired by one that you'd have to pay for, but I obviously did not pay for it, so I just took what I could see in the example photos and tried to recreate it, just because I am a college student and I can't pay $30 just to get a Notion template that I would probably tweak anyways. So I made it my own. So on the left side, you have a ton of upcoming assignments. It's within the next 7 days. You'll see your assignments, and it's organized by what type of assignment they are. So assignment, just a regular quick assignment that you have to do, essay, test, project, exam, lab, reading journal, and discussion board, or discussion kind of thing. So that's all organized on the left side of this template, and then in the middle there's just a blank to-do list thing. Last semester I didn't use that much, but if I come up with a random to-do item that I don't want to write down in my bullet journal, or this is the easiest way to do it, I'll write it there. And then on the right side is my directory, so it has like classes, assignments to do before leaving. That was mostly before leaving for the first semester, so last semester. There's a packing list that I'll use each time I go home for break. Oh no, that was my packing list when I moved in, so that way I can also see what I have to bring back. And then I have a to-buy. I think that's basically just going to be my grocery list, or anything I randomly think of that I need to buy at some point when I go to the store. There's a break packing list, which is just basically everything that I want to take home when I go home for a break or like a weekend. And then a back to dorm checklist. I think that's basically anything that I want to bring back to my dorm if I have it at home or so on. And then the last thing is important information, which is just basically, it has my mailbox information, passwords, friends information, like if they have to, like what their schedule is, or if they, like where they live, just in case I want to send them something. And then, so now I'm going to go back to classes, and in classes I have it organized in 3 different ways. One is just the semester, so it just shows spring 2023 because that's the semester we're in. And then I have school year, which just shows this like academic year's classes. So it's like the fall ones that I took last semester and the spring ones that I'm going to take this semester. And then all classes is just going to be a big database that has all of the classes I've taken throughout my college experience. So currently, because I'm only in 2 semesters, it just has the same classes as the school year one, but eventually it'll show all of them. And then if I go to assignments, there is 3 different ways of seeing it. There's technically 4, but the gallery one isn't very helpful. I just don't want to delete it because sometimes it's nice to look at. But so there's the still do section, which, sorry, I keep looking over here. I'm trying to create like a way of filming this that will make sense, and you can see my screen and see how I'm explaining it, but that requires looking and seeing what I have to explain. But so on the still due section, it just shows all of my assignments that are due from the earliest to the latest. So basically the soonest it's due, it shows up top, and there's like the name of what it is, the type of assignment it is, what class it's for, the due date that it's due, how many days left until it is due, the status, so whether it's started, not started, in progress is started, and done. And then there's a turned in check mark. And then if some classes give points for the assignments and some classes just do grades, so if they have points, I put that there, and I'm going to figure out how exactly I'm going to do that, but I'm not 100% sure yet. And then all assignments shows all of the assignments of this semester. So it doesn't show last semester's, it's just all of the assignments in this semester. And then the calendar view, I think, is probably the easiest to see, minus the still due. and it just shows what day today is, and then you can see exactly in a calendar view what day other assignments are due, and so on. So that's how you see that. I forgot to show what it looks like when you open a class, but I may record that in a little bit. Basically, it shows the assignments just for that class in there, and then there's also files. So if I have like a syllabus that I want to link to my Notion page, and then there's also links, so I'll put As You Learn, which is our basically Canvas or Blackboard. I don't know what else is used, but we use As You Learn, which is specifically made for our school, and that's about it with Notion. Another way I organize myself is through the folders on my computer. So on my desktop, I have a folder named School, and it has 7 folders on it currently, and one is like other papers, which is basically scholarship information if I have any. It has a bachelor's of psychology list of classes I need to take because I'm doing psychology of business, so I may have to get a new worksheet, if that makes sense. And then there's a book receipt for a book that I had to buy. And then there's also the other 6 ones are my classes that I'll be taking, and basically I'm just going to use those as places. If I'm writing a Word document, I put it straight in whatever class it belongs in, and or if there's something else that I need to put in there, so usually I'll put the syllabus in its class, and that's about it for that. Google Drive pretty much works the exact same way. All that's different is it has past semesters too, but it'll be organized in that semester, and that works basically the same way. And then I also have GoodNotes, which is organized the same way as Google Drive. It has fall semester and then spring semester, and I will just, in the spring semester section, it has like my different classes, and I'll just add folders to, or add notebooks or folders to whatever class I'm currently in, if that makes sense. Sorry, I've been talking a lot. And the last way I organize, I think it's the last way I organize myself for school, is by using a big whiteboard calendar. This calendar has, I redo it every month, and the calendar is just written out, and there's room for me to put whatever day assignments are due, and I usually put them in pink because it's kind of like red, but it looks better. And that way I know it's something that I still have to do. And then I'll put like blue for holidays, other random things I have to do, and when I go home usually, so I'll usually put home and like a line that goes through all the days that I'm home. And that's about it that I use the whiteboard calendar for, but it's really just to give me a always seeable thing of what assignments are due and when they're due. So, because that's on the side of my desk and it's right in front of my face, I erase whatever assignment once I turn it in. That way it looks like throughout the month you see less and less assignments that are due. Okay, so that's how I organize myself for college or university. I hope this video was at least somewhat helpful in helping you figure out how you would like to organize yourself for college. I obviously have a lot of different ways, but that's just because that way I keep myself on track of things, because if I only have one system, I usually end up forgetting it, and because there are some times that you forget to do the Notion or forget to use your bullet journal. So if I have 3 different ways, there's no way I can miss an assignment because it's always in front of my face. So thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.